Yes, all right. That's all I need. All right. They can hear us. Perfect. Welcome to the
Yeah.
Molo360 podcast, and my special, amazing guest here is Popcultr. Woo!
Hello.
All right, let's.
How's everyone doing?
um.
Um,
Oh, thank you. I can't say that name. Thank you, Lewis something. I'm so bad. Um.
Hi,
So.
Electric Rainbows.
Yeah, go ahead and say hi to everybody.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Nrail and Sev, and I can't read that name. I can't read.
I don't know who you're talking about. Mimishka. Oh my god, that's my friend.
Yeah, I
Michaela. Oh my god. All right, I want to start off with who you are. Tell me about yourself and what you do.
Hi, I am a producer, singer, and I like to make like fun, weird synth pop stuff. I guess that's how I would like to put it. It's like sort of like vaporwavy, sort of EDM-y. But yeah, I just like making fun, colorful music though.
Yeah, just like your background.
Yeah, like my background. Exactly.
Let's talk about how like your background is like an acid trip. I love that.
Yeah. I just made this in After Effects one day, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make that my Twitch background, because I just really like how like melting like colors look like that. Like I feel like I'm starting to set up for my first like live show that I'm gonna do online, and I think that's what I'm gonna tell the visual person, whoever I do it with. I'm just gonna tell them to make like melting colors for all my visuals.
Wow. Oh my god, so your first URL show is happening?
Nothing set in stone yet, but I'm looking to do something on like New Year's around there.
Ooh, well now it's kind of set in stone. Now you've made expectations. If it doesn't happen.
Yeah, now I have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shoot, my roommate Daniel is in the chat. Hello, Daniel.
Hello, roommate.
He's 418.
Oh, nice. That's a really simple name on here.
Yeah.
So you said you make synth pop, EDM. So how did you go about that? Like, what started like the creation of your music?
Well, what started the creation of my music? I guess I started making music like a long time ago, like almost 10 years ago now. And I remember I just like had a laptop, and one of my older brother's friends got me Ableton and stuff, and I didn't really like use it or anything. But then I saw in like an all ages Skrillex show on New Year's 2011, and I was just like, damn, I can do all that like on a laptop. I don't know, it was like crazy inspiring for me.
Wow.
And I spent like most of my high school just like wanting to produce after like going to a few shows.
Wow.
And, yeah,
so Skrillex was like your push.
Yeah.
The push you
Skrillex,
needed.
Yeah, it was like, I feel like Skrillex was like one of the first big electronic artists that really got me sucked into like electronic music as a whole.
Does he?
And,
go on. Go on. I don't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, I guess back then, and for like maybe the next 6 years or so, all I was writing was like dubstep, and I just like wanted to be like Skrillex, basically. Like, I wanted to write like festival bangers and stuff. But then I guess, yeah, around 2016, I just like got really sick and burned out on doing it. And I just started writing like, I guess like I was like back then I was really inspired by like Empire of the Sun and like Madion and Porter Robinson and stuff like that. I know I love Porter so much.
So amazing.
But yeah, like just being so inspired by like that stuff, I just started like singing on more of my songs. I didn't really know how to sing, so I just covered everything in like auto-tune and reverb.
Really?
And that's kind of how I made Superwave, or basically everything on Superwave.
I was literally talking about this with Nathan, and I was like, dude, he sings. And he mentioned that you were like, well, you put auto-tune on it, but like auto-tune only goes so far. You're pretty good at singing. Like you are. There are people who literally cannot, like, auto-tune will not fix it. I mean, it has to be a lot. Like, you could be T-Pain, but really, like, you hear a lot of your voice. It does come out, and it sounds amazing. So, yeah, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would never really put out a song without like some sort of auto-tune or anything. But I mean, there's like a certain way you have to like sing into either if you're doing some sort of real-time auto-tune, there's a certain way you have to like sing for it to sound good in a way. Like there's definitely some like technique to it, but yeah, I just kind of like wing it and try to, there's a lot of like weird fun stuff you can do with auto-tune that I like to do.
Nice. Maybe auto-tune will help me sing, maybe, if I ever start a music career.
Should get some auto-tune and write some songs.
Yeah, for sure. So does Skrillex like still inspire you today? I know you aren't into making dubstep now, but does he still like, is he still an inspiration?
I mean, yeah, I feel like definitely, just because like he's been like just a big staple of like what I listen to over the past decade. Like it's hard for him to like not inspire me, I guess, but I guess I'm also not like listening to him every day anymore or anything. I'm listening to way different music now, I think. But however, one of the last shows I went to before COVID, or I think the last music festival I went to was Porter Robinson's festival in San Francisco, and Skrillex showed up there randomly, and it was awesome because it was my first time seeing him in like a long time, and I got all nostalgic, and
that's sick.
That was a really fun set.
But, wow. Have you ever seen Molo360 and Porter Robinson in the same room?
No. Are they the same person?
I feel like they are, but they aren't. I mean, they just look alike. Although Molo360 kind of changed his hair actually recently. But then, but before that, they both had like blonde, long hair and just looked like each other. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see that. Porter had his like blonde hair phase. I guess he's still doing the blonde hair now. But yeah.
Nice. So, so you started. So like, how did you get into synth pop? Like, what was that all about?
I don't really know. Like, I guess I really needed like something new to write around like 2016 or so. like, yeah, I was just getting like really sick of writing like dubstep drops. Like, if you can imagine it, it does like kind of get pretty like repetitive.
It does.
My roommate Daniel doesn't know what a Moe shop is. Or Mo shop.
I don't know how to say it. I say Moe shop, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't know their music very well.
I love their
Should I
music.
check their stuff out?
You should definitely check their stuff out.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll check
It's
them
like
out.
future funk, really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you
Speaking of future funk, actually, like, I'm kind of getting back into it again. Like I listened to it for a bit and got like, I kind of like burned myself out on it a bit, but I'm starting to like revisit it and like I feel like a lot of songs that like people have discovered like years ago, like Fun Tonight and like all the stuff that was on like Artsy, I'm like kind of discovering for like the first time.
Wow.
And being like, this is sick.
Is there any like, would you ever do a Popcultr Goes Future Funk album?
I don't know. I have one song that is like very future funk that I really want to finish. I think I actually played it on my Twitch stream, but I would love to do more sample based music for sure, because I don't really like have that much out of like what I've written so far. But I would love to. I never really like when I was getting into vaporwave and stuff, I wasn't doing much sample based stuff at all. I was basically like composing everything I did from scratch. And
wow,
since then I've been like kind of messing around with it a bit, and it's like it's definitely like way different, but you get like a lot of fun sounds out of like just sampling different things.
Yeah. That's why people love like vaporwave.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's the nostalgia factor, like people hearing something they've heard before but remixed or basically completely changed, but it does hit the nerve of like nostalgia, which is really cool.
Yeah. Like recontextualize and stuff.
Yeah. Would you say that you kind of like make music not really based on a genre and you just like go for it?
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, that's kind of how I write music more often than not. I just kind of like do random stuff and then I do what sounds cool.
Yeah.
Because I feel like for the longest time I was trying to like, I don't know, emulate other artists' sounds. And I feel like that never works out well. And then I feel like, but after like producing for like kind of a while, and after like that time where I was emulating other artists, like I did learn a lot about like just music production and like how to make my mixes sound nice, and like how to like I guess just like do all the basics. So then when I like started writing more like synth pop music and stuff, I feel like it was like easy for me to pick up.
Nice. So your music moves you, and that's why like that's how it's created. Or I don't know. Yeah. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what it is about like music that I've always like I've for some reason always gone back to music. Like I used to really want to be like a photographer.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had a phase where I wanted to be a photographer and I would like practice it and stuff, but I gave up on it. And I could say that about like a million other things, like graphic design, like, I don't know, like I used to want to learn all these different things, but I've just like given up on like every one of them except for music. Like I've always stuck around with music because I feel like it's always come more naturally for me.
That's really awesome. Like, thank God, really.
Yeah. And
well, I feel like you can incorporate those skills that you learned into like even promoting yourself as an artist, you know?
Oh, definitely. I mean, yeah, with everything I do, even if it's like something I don't necessarily like succeed with, still like learn things about yourself and like about like your creative process and stuff.
Are you also a visual artist?
Like somewhat. I guess like I made this my background, my Twitch background. But I've decided to, I guess especially in like the last year or so, like not do my own visuals, because that was something I used to do all the time. But now I kind of feel like I would rather work with someone who knows their shit than like have me just like wing it. And that's why actually like the logo right here, I paid like a hero and All Hell Breaks Loops to make that for me. And I feel like it turned out way better than any logo I could have made myself.
Yeah, I love it.
They both make like really sick visuals and stuff. And I don't know, I like things I make sometimes, but I think I'd rather like work on my music and just focus on that.
Well, that's really admirable because like you're helping a fellow artist as well.
Yeah.
But it's also really awesome that you know how to do it somewhat, at least yourself. So if you, yeah,
I know I guess I know my way around Photoshop a little bit, but
I have no idea how to use Photoshop. My podcast is me winging it and seeing how it goes.
Yeah. But that's like a great way of learning too, though, because you just kind of like either learn from mistakes or just like.
Oh, of course. I feel like this has gone extremely smoothly. The fact that everyone could hear us at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because in my last 4 podcasts, I believe it was 4 or 3, the beginning part audio did not work. But yeah, I've learned a lot.
Oh, yeah.
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 Well, actually, I have questions. Oh, you work with Business Casual. I really want to know. This is like, because Christ is like the head of Business Casual. How did you make that happen?
Yes. It was really weird. Like, I guess when I first got into Vaporwave, there were like, I listened to like, I guess mostly only like George Clanton and Saint Pepsi for like the longest time. And I didn't know that many artists at all, really. And then like right before Electronicon 2 happened, I was like, okay, I'll like look up the lineup and stuff, and I found Christ's music, specifically Deep Dark Trenches. And that was like, I feel like somewhat of a or like definitely like a pivotal album for me, because like it's like that album is like just so like all over the place and like chaotic, and like
I love chaotic.
it's like that album is such a trip, and like I like really never heard anything like that album. And so when I was going to Electronicon, I was like kind of looking out for him, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go like say hi to him if I see him and stuff. And that ended up being like where I met him and stuff. I talked with him for a bit at the tape swap, and then I talked with him for a bit at Electronicon too. And then yeah, I basically was just like, hey, could I just send you my music? And he was like, sure, send it over. And I think he listened to it on like on the way back from Electronicon 2 back to where he lives. And he hit me up, and he hit me up for a release basically. And he was like, hey, do you want to put this out? And that basically ended up being everything on Superwave. And yeah, I was super down, because it was like I didn't really know too much about like the vaporwave scene until like the tape swap and the actual show.
Same.
But I remember just being like, damn, like this community is so cool. Like
Thank you for
I've met like 50 friends like just at this one place, and like I was like already like I remember Electronicon ending and just being like, damn, that was so fun. Like that was like the most fun I've had at a show in like the longest time. And like yeah, it was really just like inspiring for me. And after that, I ended up going to like I started going to all the virtual memories with Alex, and I started meeting like Data Girl and Torch and like everyone in the SoCal vaporwave scene. And I feel like every time I go back to like a virtual memory, it just feels like being at home. So
Aww.
It was like, yeah, I get so nostalgic about that all the time now, like ever since COVID hit, because it's like, damn, I miss going to the Continental Room once a month.
Aww. Well,
yeah.
Hopefully soon you can do it again.
Yeah. Hopefully in like 6 months or something, or I don't know how long it's supposed to go on for, but I hope. I miss shows like crazy.
Oh, Pacific
like
Plaza. He's in the chat.
Yeah.
He's
I've been missing like everyone's chat.
Aw. Yeah, earlier I said you were sexy.
Oh yeah? Oh,
yeah.
Thank you, Will. Pop culture is sexy.
I have a boyfriend, but you're really pretty.
Alex said smoking room gang. Yeah, the smoking section at Virtual Memory was amazing. Like there was like the main room with all the music and all the video games in it usually. And then like there was like the smoking lounge like right next to it where you could like half hear all the music, but it was just like the best hangout spot. And like I met so many people in that smoking section.
Would you say that would be like a good reason to live in LA just to be there, just to do that?
Yes. Yes.
So you're originally from, oh my god, I literally forgot we talked about
Minnesota.
this. Minnesota.
It's a very forgettable state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead.
I liked living there, but Yeah, it was a little boring though, sometimes. But
What was the reason why you moved to LA?
um, it was initially to go to Icon, the music school, but I also just like wanted to be in either New York City or LA. I think I would have preferred to be in New York City, but now that I'm here in LA, like I actually am starting to really enjoy LA. Like 3 or 4 years in, it's starting to be really fun.
That's great. I was like wondering maybe because LA is so like poppin' and it's a great place for like as an artist to, you know, get yourself out there as well. Was that like part of the reason, you know?
Yeah. Like I did kind of feel like especially in my local scene in Minneapolis, like I kind of felt like there was like a plateau of like how much you could do in Minneapolis as far as like playing shows and being like in like the EDM scene there, because yeah, I feel like a lot of the promoters didn't really want you like it was weird. Like if you were like an opener at a big show, necessarily, like you would think it's like, oh cool, this is cool, I get to play my music in front of like a ton of people. But they were like, no, you have to play like techno, like you have to play like really chill music to warm up the crowd, which I guess like I understand that logic, but like I remember being like, damn, I don't want to like, I want to play my own music. Like I don't want to do that at all.
Yeah,
So,
I've been to some like EDM shows, like Cruella. I saw them and they didn't play any of their music. It was all remixes.
oh really?
Yeah, and I guess that's a thing. I'll say, and same with Marshmello. Like Marshmello did not play any of their own music at what
really?
the show that I saw. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah. I feel like it's I'm kind of glad Cruella didn't, because I don't actually like their music. Sorry. Not sorry.
Oh damn.
They're okay.
But
yeah. Do you have like a dream show that you would want to be a part of? And is that virtual memory? Or have you already been a part of that?
It's virtual memory. No, I played virtual memory like in February.
Ooh.
And that show was awesome. I definitely want to play more virtual memories, but I don't know what my dream show would be. I would love to play like a festival and stuff, or like tons of festivals. That sounds like fun.
I think you would do great there, because your music is very well, like your music is not like slowed down. When I listen to it, my heart like beats and I'm like, I want to dance. So I feel like a festival would be perfect for you.
Yeah. Yeah, like I definitely kind of write all my music like kind of with like to be played live and like listened to live. And I guess just because like going to shows was like such a big thing for me growing up. Like when I saw that first Skrillex show in 2011, I was like, I think like 15 or something, either 15 or 16. And then that same summer, I went to like several festivals. Like I went to Electric Forest. And it was before they had an age limit or anything there. I was like definitely probably too young. I probably shouldn't have been there, but I just went. And yeah, shows like that were like crazy influential for me. And what is my roommate talking about?
I've been in LA for the past 3 years, and almost all of the insane stuff I've gotten to do is because of that. Oh wait, this is towards Nathan and Rail. I thought it was towards this. Okay.
Okay. But yeah, I forgot where I was going. But yeah, so much of my music is like, it's very inspired by like all the specific live shows I went to. Like we were talking about like Porter earlier too, and I feel like that was another like really big influential one for me. And I didn't really like plan it to be this way too much. I didn't plan it to end up like this, but when I started making my live show, I started making like really long edits of all of my songs. And like I have like a lot of like really like ethereal parts throughout my set and stuff. And I feel like looking back, it kind of sounds like maybe a little worldsy, like kind of like Porter's world set.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that one definitely had some inspiration on me.
Enreal asks, you saw Skrillex in 2011. Was it the Cell tour?
I don't think it was the Cell tour. Could look it up. It was 2011 going into 2012 New Year's Eve in Milwaukee at the Rave. And yeah, I don't remember what like I don't think it was the Cell tour though. I wish it was the Cell tour.
Your friend said it was the Cell tour.
Oh, what? Daniel would know better than me, even though he didn't even go. But
oh, your friend went to Coachella? Wow.
Yeah, Daniel's been to Coachella like 8 million times. He's been to like every festival actually.
Oh wow. I wonder how he pays for it. Coachella's not cheap, but totally worth it, it seems.
I would love to go to Coachella.
Would you love to play Coachella?
Yeah, if anyone wants to book me for Coachella, my DMs on Twitter are open, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Anyone in chat. If anyone in chat can book me for Coachella, actually. That'd be cool.
Darn. Oh my god. I had all your links set up and I just went to paste it and it's just your Twitch link. And I did really? Post it earlier in chat and it's like gone. Gosh darn, but here's his Twitch link. If anyone wants to like find all his links and post them, please help me out. Mods? Nathan? Enrail?
I think I'm Popcultr online on like everything. Popcultr_online.
And you have a SoundCloud, you have a Spotify, you have Bandcamp.
Yeah, Bandcamp. Actually, my Bandcamp isn't quite set up, but that's one of my projects this week. Setting up my Bandcamp. I figured like basically my whole discography is just on business casual for now. So I just kind of figured like I should just redirect people to that page.
Yeah.
And I just don't really know how to work Bandcamp, if I'm being honest.
Really?
But I learned you can make, like, even if you don't have any music, I can still, like, make a profile and just, like, redirect people to business casual. But yeah, I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
You know what's really cool about business casual is that there's like you can subscribe for $5 a month. Not sponsored, by the way. But and get all like their music, like you can download. Do you get any profit from that? Because I mean, I know Christ definitely does, but your part, maybe like a cent.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah, because I can download your Super Wave for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess like outside of like some of my other releases, like some of my features, like I haven't really like, I don't know, figured out like the money stuff for like.
Do you make money off everything. Spotify? Like
on my Bitbird release, the one with Roman Silver, I get like a random PayPal from Bitbird like every couple months.
Oh, hey.
I'm like, well, sick.
Money.
I'm like, awesome. Sweet. Yeah. That was really cool because like, Bitbird is a really cool label because I feel like a lot of like labels that are like actually that are like making money on Spotify and stuff like would like try to give me like a really bad deal for that because I didn't really like offer as much of a fan base as like the other artists in the release, but they still like split it up fairly, and because of that I'm making like some money off of that.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. And I have one other release that my You Forever song that came out I think a month ago. I just sang on this guy Andre Azizov, his song, and I guess it's at first it wasn't like streaming too well or anything, but then we got picked up by like a couple really big Spotify playlists, so I'm like, ooh, let's make some money.
Hey.
Hope it streams.
Heck yeah. What if you get like, what if you're on TikTok? Your music.
I know. I gotta get on TikTok.
Oh. I mean, you don't have to. Really, what if your music is used on TikTok? That would be epic, you know? I'm like, I'm against TikTok, but I'm also for it because it does help, like, you know, like,
yeah,
music get out there. Like, the Floral Shop song went viral.
Is that one big on TikTok?
It was big on TikTok, and I believe Vine. It was either Vine or TikTok.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is basically the same format.
Yeah. Having a song go big on TikTok is like everything now, apparently. I guess as far as like major labels and stuff, seems like that's like what they're going for the most part. Like I saw that like the Fleetwood Mac song is now like trending it's all like charting on every like Billboard chart because of that TikTok of the guy, the dude
cranberry juice.
Yeah, the cranberry juice dude.
Yeah.
And
Well, he just randomly made this video, and people were like, "Oh my god, this
Oh my god, he's skateboarding and
drinking cranberry
drinking
juice
juice
while listening to Fleetwood Mac." It was
yeah,
iconic.
yeah.
It was really simple, but like you know,
Hmm.
it touched people's souls, obviously, and your bottle looks like you're drinking like poison. Is that
It
like?
has stickers all over it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, cool. The Ausla or I don't know how to.
Alzla.
Ausla.
I have
Wow.
very random stickers on this. There's like a weird smiley face thing here. But yeah, I've had this one forever.
Nice. I like how it's like, I don't know, the bottle shape. I was like, is that alcohol? Are you actually drinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just getting drunk.
Yeah. That's how you do interviews.
Yeah.
Just get
That's what
drunk.
I should be doing. Just
Well,
get trashed.
yeah. Let's make this like the cold ones. Let's steal their
Yeah.
let's steal their idea. Enrail says
Yeah.
Ausla gang. I'm probably still pronouncing it wrong.
Oh no, I think it's Ausla.
Yeah, I mean, it has ow and then slop.
I feel like I've been talking about nothing but EDM since it started. But
Well, you're free
I
to
got
talk about
everyone in
anything.
chat talking about EDM. But
Oh, Brandon has
I
a
would,
serious question for you.
he does.
Yeah, he's like, question for pop culture. Why are you so handsome?
Oh, oh, thank you, Brandon. I'm
Oh,
blushing.
Nathan also,
Um,
Enrail. God, he, Enrail. Question for pop culture. How are you so talented?
oh, thank you, Enrail. It's all because of my mastering chain, which I limit everything, like I just blast it as loud as I can into a limiter, and that's all I do, really. Anyone can do it, but yeah, to answer your question, Enrail, that's that's all you gotta do.
Yeah. And
How are you gonna change your live? Oh, Alex Pacific Plaza. How are you gonna change your live performance when COVID is over? Any plans for URL shows? I've changed my set. I guess the last set I did was Virtual Memory 5, and it's sort of the same set, but I tweaked a lot of different things because if anyone was at Virtual Memory 5, I did have some sound issues, but I took off some of the effects on my voice because I don't want to be playing with too much feedback. That's a bad idea. And yeah, that show kind of made me realize I need to chill with the vocal effects when I'm performing live, because if you get in the right room, then it'll just like be like crazy feedback. But I've done some tests on my live setup since then, like playing it on like really loud speakers, like kind of trying to recreate that environment. And I think I can get away with doing basically the same live set, but just with a little bit more chill effects.
He also asked, Pacific Plaza asked, do you have a good sound goodizer?
No, I don't. I think that's a Fruity Loops plugin, isn't it? Unless I'm wrong.
What?
But yeah, to be honest, I don't know how many people noticed the feedback that night, but I definitely noticed it, and it was driving me crazy on stage, and I was like, oh, I don't like performing like this. But yeah, I am definitely hoping once COVID is over, hit me up. I'm playing every show. I'm down to go to every city, even if it's far away. Virtual Memory was so much fun, and before Virtual Memory, the only other shows I played with my live setup were the Viper Room 2 times on Sunset Boulevard.
Ooh.
And the shows were like, they were like crazy fun. It was like basically just like me and my friends, because like, yeah, we didn't sell too many tickets or anything, but it was crazy fun to like play live, and I had a lot of fun at those shows. And yeah, it's like why I write music. I write all my music like to be played live now, and so I definitely like really want to get my performance, or to do it live, basically.
I would love to go to a Virtual Memory and see you and everyone live. That would be sick.
Yeah.
I would be... I would go crazy. I get pretty crazy when I go to shows. I get really drunk and really crazy, but not
Me too.
like in a, I don't know. I don't think I've ever been rude, like that rude drunk person, but there's you know, there's some people that go to shows and it's perfectly fine, but they just stand there when they listen to music that is meant to be danced to. And I'm that person who's like, I'm dancing to this, and everyone's gonna know it.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm sometimes the lame person who just like hangs out and like bobs my head, but yeah, we need people who like dance and stuff.
Yeah.
But
that, and I said it was perfectly fine. That is totally, you know, music is for everybody. And it doesn't matter if if it's EDM, like however you want to like listen to it. I respect that. Yeah, one of my favorite parts about like Virtual Memory, and I guess just like vaporwave in general, is it's just like, I guess as compared to like electronic music and EDM music, it's like I've been to so many EDM shows where I'm like, damn, I wish like there was more French house and like disco and like stuff like that. Like people will play like Daft Punk and stuff every once in a while, but like, damn, I want to go see a whole show that's like French house stuff. And then I found like the vaporwave scene, and I'm like, hell yeah, like artists like Saint Pepsi and like Fiber, and there's all these people making like killer, like just fucking awesome like French house bangers. And like I get to see a whole show that's like disco, like house music. Like I've been wanting this for like years, like, and it's so cool to like go to like Virtual Memories every week, and like there's always tons of future funk at Virtual Memories, and yeah, it's one of my favorite parts.
So
Yeah. Yeah, because Groovy Kaiju, he performs there, and he's kind of like future funk.
Yeah.
Sort of.
And Alex Pacific Plaza usually plays a lot of future funk as well.
I don't know.
I would just love to see like. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna ask, but go on. I'll save it.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say like, yeah, I would love to see like a future where like, I don't know, we're seeing like Fiber and like Discoholic, like playing like bigger, like really big shows and stuff with like really big crowds and stuff, and like I would love to see that. That would be so much fun to me. And like
Discoholic,
and not just them, just like more like
everyone. So many people.
Future funk in like French house. And
Discoholic is so multi-talented. Like he draws, he edits all his videos, which are like so amazing. All his and he performs. Like his whole like shtick is like a performance. Like he keeps the disco ball on the entire time, and like the suit, or you know, it's sick. It's amazing.
Yeah, his like video editing on his like live performances are just like insane.
Yeah,
like I know like a little bit about like video editing, and then when I like watch him, like he has like, I don't know, like 3 different angles on every shot, and it's all edited like so clean. It's just like, damn. Yeah.
Have you, or would you release a physical on Pacific Plaza?
Yes. I definitely would.
You would. That would be sick. Let's make
this
happen.
We may or may not be planning something right now to be released on Pacific Plaza.
Are you whispering because you're not supposed to?
That's as much as I would say.
You got so close to your mic and lowered your voice. You're like, we may.
Don't tell anyone, but we might be planning a Popcultr release on Pacific Plaza Records for early 2021.
Ooh.
Who knows?
Oh, amazing. I hope everyone's like, yes. That's awesome. So are you going to release with Pacific Plaza from here on out, or are you just like, you know, it doesn't matter?
I haven't really like, I don't know. I haven't really thought past this release or anything, except I am thinking I might chill on projects and albums for a second.
No.
Oh no! But what I mean is to focus more on my singles. Singles, and like there's a couple collaborations I want to get done, and I guess for me at least, like I'm sort of putting like a lot of pressure on myself on this next release, and like I guess like I kind of just want to like chill with like putting together like a full project for a second, and then just like maybe release like one fun song a month and not worry about like making like a cohesive album. And also like just get like also just to be able to like put out like, I don't know, like 10 random songs throughout the year.
Well, singles can make an album, you know. Good.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, I just like worry about like little things when I'm like going into an album process, like making sure everything like fits the same general vibe, and I kind of just want to avoid that a bit and just do other things like focus on music videos and stuff like that. But I don't know, I'm also kind of just winging it. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just like I finished this album and I'm like, yeah, I'm just kind of like going with whatever I want to do. That was kind of like, it was kind of the same thing with my Twitch stream as well. Like, I was just like, I really want to do a Twitch stream. And then just like one day I just like was like, okay, I'm just going to like start doing it. And then I started Twitch streaming from time to time.
I love your stream.
Thanks.
Yeah, I like it because you show your process, and I enjoy that because I have no idea. Like, cool.
Yeah.
And you have like your keyboard set up, right? Like your whole setup on your stream is pretty epic.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I got my green screen. I have like an overhead cam that goes over my keyboard, so you can kind of see what I'm doing on my keyboard while I'm performing.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I'm gonna compare it or anything, like Dan Mason did the same thing where he showed his flow or made, songs. Yeah, he made songs on stream, but his setup was god awful.
Oh, really?
Great stream because he's his character, and he was basically, like chat was like incorporated, so it was fun. But like your setup is like really great, and it's also like informative and cool. And what do you use? You use Ableton still, or?
Yeah, Ableton and like
Auble.
Just tons of analog emulators. If you want to make the Popcultr sound yourself, all you need is Ableton, Auto-Tune, a lot of compression, and analog emulators.
Unreal's writing this down, I'm sure. Yeah. For 118, fuck. God damn it. 418 collab? Question mark.
Daniel, we already collab.
I guess
Just
he's
kidding.
asking for another one.
I'll collab with you again.
Maybe. Space World 2000 remix?
Yes. What song should I do?
He begged there.
Which... I need to listen to Space World again and pick out a song to remix. But I'm down.
Echo Pool.
Send me stems to your songs and I will remix them.
Yes.
I would love to do more remixes. I don't really do that many though. But yeah.
Oh, then Unreal will feel special.
Yeah.
Who have you remixed or want to remix if you were like into it?
Who'd I want to remix? I would love to do like remixes for like other people in the scene who are like vocal driven vaporwave artists, like Dan Mason, of course, His music's amazing. Yeah, I'd love to like even do like a bootleg of like some of Skylar Spence's some of the songs on Prom King. Or just like, yeah, I'd be down to remix anything though. I don't always like, sometimes I'll like go for a remix and it doesn't turn out that cool, but like I'll at least try. Oh yeah, I need to do a Male Tears remix.
Please.
Sure.
Thank you, Noin X17 for following. Yes, please. Male Tears.
That would be sick. Yeah.
Male Tears.
He's awesome. My God. You have to get him on the podcast. Definitely.
It would be a pleasure. Like an absolute pleasure. I love how like we're in like Rosewood and that's how we met. Like I'm always going to mention Rosewood on the podcast because everyone I've interviewed and all these amazing people I met through there, like what an amazing group of people. Male Tears is in there. You're in there. DS Dude. Pacific Plaza. Alex is in there. All these amazing people. It's a
great group.
Yeah.
A great group of people.
Talent.
In the vaporwave scene.
Yeah. So how did you feel about vaporwave initially when you heard it?
Initially?
Yeah.
I remember hearing like Macintosh Plus, like Floral Shop in like 2014. And just being like, oh, that's cool. Like,
nice.
It's like, I don't know, I didn't really think much of it. And I didn't really like get into vaporwave from that or anything. It took me like obviously a while after that, like until I found artists like Saint Pepsi and like George Clanton for me to like really get sucked into the scene. Because it's like, I've talked about this with like several other people too. It's like it's really like I never expected or saw myself getting into vaporwave, but it's like
Same.
It's such like an addicting like genre. It's like
it is,
you
and
find one artist and then just like
it's a black
hole. A black hole.
Yes. Sorry, I like hit my desk, but yes. Total black hole. I felt like I was Alice in Wonderland, just falling constantly, just listening to so many artists. But everyone, I don't know. So far, I've been like into everybody. And thank you, Male Tears, for following. Thank you.
Hey, it's Male Tears.
Hey.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you just keep finding songs.
Yep,
like
just keep, and you just never have enough time to listen to everybody. Wait, what?
Yeah.
What did you just say?
Yeah,
did you say Death Dynamic Kraut?
Oh no, Stra.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were like doing a play on words, trying to be funny.
Oh no. Yeah, there's just
Small
like
Druggy, thank
so
you.
Much.
Thank you for the follow. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to say this a second ago when we were talking about Male Tears, but we like sort of started a song a couple months ago. I need to get on that though and really produce it out and stuff. So yeah. Also, Male Tears, you should send me some stems so I can remix something. Because that would be sick.
I don't know if you were here a minute ago, but he said out of all the people he would remix, be you. So.
That would be sick.
Also, get on my podcast.
Yeah, come on the podcast, James. You have to.
I feel like doing a podcast with like everyone from Rosewood.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's a good idea.
That would be like a special. And hopefully no one talks over each other. Although that always happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? What got you into vaporwave?
Econ. Well, okay, so I would say really my ex-boyfriend, he got me into vaporwave. He's the reason I even went to econ. Like, yeah.
Damn. You went to Econ 1?
Yeah, I went to Electronicon 1 in New York. And cool. I was like, I heard of like, and I tell the story all the time. I had heard of George Clanton and Negative Gemini beforehand from my ex. But I never really heard of anyone else. So I like came in blind. Like I went to this tape swap and like didn't know anyone. And then like also the econ, I was like, hi. But everyone was like so nice. And then like also just like I fell in love. I would say Kevin Equip was like a turning point for me. And I was already in love with Negative Gemini. I mean, she's not really vaporwave, but she's part of it, you know?
Yeah.
In my opinion. My opinion could be trash. But yeah. And then like also Satin Sheets I saw, and he was cool. And like Pete, well, FM Skyline. And George Clanton, seeing him. And then after that I like discovered more. Love how you turned this whole thing onto me. Look at you.
Yeah.
Should start your own podcast.
Interviewing you now. Yeah. Yeah,
I was at the tape swap actually. We probably passed each other. Go on.
It was funny, like, so I met Alex technically at the tape swap, but I was like, but it was like such like a brief interaction because like he was so busy throughout the whole tape swap. But like during that like extremely brief interaction, someone took a picture of us, so we always have that memory now.
Aw, you guys should date.
I'm
just kidding. Because that just sounded like such a beautiful romantic moment. It's just two bros meeting for the first time.
Yeah. But yeah.
If chat wants to
being weird.
Oh, you're
What's
fine.
that?
If chat wants to like ask questions, go right ahead. We'll do that portion now. I mean, you guys have been asking questions, but like let's go mad with questions.
Yeah.
So I saw that you had a song with Fade. Actually, Jez brought this up to me. You have a song with Fade that you're featured in on SoundCloud, and it has like over 6,000 likes and stuff.
Oh,
that's
Fade?
pretty epic. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's the Roman Silver collab. Yeah, it did so well on SoundCloud and stuff. I mean, yeah, it did really well on Spotify too. But like,
same thing.
Yeah, the SoundCloud stats are like kind of insane. Like, yeah, it was cool. I was so happy with like how the song turned out because Roman Silver was like one of the first people I met when I moved to LA. And I really didn't know that many people when I moved to, well, I knew like no one when I moved to LA actually. But I just like moved here and I sort of knew Roman Silver online. Like we were just like sort of chatting on SoundCloud and I was like, hey, you live in LA, right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, hey, let's hang out. And we just like hung out and I don't know, it's always just a cool moment when like you know someone from like online and then like you meet them in real life. And I went over to his studio and just like made music for like a while. And then yeah, just I've always stayed in touch with him. And then one day he just hit me up to do that song. And I basically like wrote and sang the song in like basically a day and sent it back to him. And then it just kind of like stayed like that for like maybe like 3 years. And then just like he just like hit me up one day out of the blue and he was just like, hey man, we finished the song, it's gonna be on Bitbird. And that was it. And then
so that's how that came about.
Yeah. And yeah, it was really cool. And Bitbird is one of my favorite labels, so it was awesome to get a song on them with them as well.
All right, so we have a bunch of questions. What's your favorite foods?
That was in
plural.
Foods?
Torch said.
Oh man. What's my favorite foods? Oh my gosh.
Don't say pizza. Actually, if it's pizza, it's cool, but typical.
I think I'll have to go with sushi. I love sushi.
This guy. Wait.
I am a
this
sucker.
Guy. He knows what's up. I was trying to point at you.
No. I get mad sushi cravings.
Same.
Sometimes. I'm like, oh, I need sushi.
Yeah, I feel you. I kind of don't care where it's from, even though I kind of do, but not really. Like,
Same.
My local grocery store has sushi, and I'll get that. It doesn't need to be all fancy. If I want sushi, I want sushi.
I've low-key done the grocery store sushi before.
Yeah, if it's good or good enough.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite sushi?
There's a place like nearby where I live, Toro Sushi, and it's pretty cheap, and it's like clearly not like the best sushi or anything, but I go there a lot because I can just order a lot, and that's been my favorite spot as of late. Back when I used to live in Minneapolis, there was this all-you-can-eat spot called Kyoto's, and I used to go there all the time with my friends and stuff.
Ooh.
And we would just like, yeah, like, because you have to, like, one of the rules is you have to go with like 4 people or more. So we would all just go and get all-you-can-eat sushi. We would order so much sushi. And it was so fun.
That sounds awesome. I feel like just traveling to Minneapolis for that.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of Japanese places here.
Oh, really?
I mean, there is like this, like, hibachi's really popular everywhere, I'm sure, but like there's not a lot of Asian markets. There's not a lot of Japanese. Yeah. But yeah.
speaking of all you can eat, Korean barbecue is so good.
There was this
Korean barbecue.
a Korean barbecue place just opened like a year ago near me.
Ooh, you should go.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah. But if you ever come to LA, there's some spots in Koreatown you have to go to. It's so good.
Do you like making your own food, basically?
Oh, making my own food?
Well, like the Korean barbecue, it's like they prep it for you so it tastes good, but then you put it in the pan yourself, right?
Yeah.
Or wherever.
Yeah, you like cook it on a little stove in front of you.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it really expensive? Everyone says it is.
It's kind of expensive. That's the only thing. But it's worth it every once in a while, though. And it's definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's interactive. Interactive eating.
Interactive. Yeah.
All right. DS Dude 500 has asked, what are some of your favorite Vapor albums?
Vapor albums. Let me think. Deep Dark Trenches. That's a big one for me. I know the name of the album cover. I'm like blanking on. It's the Cat System Corp and Telepath album with the purple album cover. That album is amazing. It's like all like ambient and stuff. And I listened to that one like so many times. Like, I especially like around the time when like COVID was first hitting, like I really needed like, I don't know, I just like around that time I really wasn't in the mood for like upbeat music. Building a Better World, that album. And I really like wasn't into upbeat music. I was just like kind of down and stuff. And I just like randomly put that album on and I was just like, damn, this just like hits this exact mood I'm in so hard. Blue Dream is a really sick album though. I really like that album. But I would say that Cat System Corp and Telepath album really got me into more like ambient styles of vaporwave, and like that album kind of got me into like Telepath's music too. And
would you ever do ambient music?
Yes, definitely. Like,
heck yeah.
I would like love to like, I guess like, this is kind of like a way I've thought of like ambient music, like, and I guess like just vaporwave as a whole, like when I first got into EDM, like I feel like I liked it so much because there's like nothing that like compares to like being in a club and having like just sound blasted in your face, like the bass so loud it's like shaking everything. Like it's such like an immersive like experience. And I guess like the way I feel with like vaporwave is like it's kind of the same thing, but it's not really like from like heavy bass necessarily. It's like more like the immersive feeling of just like drowning in like reverb and synths. And like that's why I find like a lot of vaporwave to be so like immersive. Like I would say that about like a lot of the songs on like George or Esprit's 200% Electronica album. Like that's like one of those albums where like You just throw your headphones on and just like drift into it, basically. Yeah, speaking of favorite Vapor albums, that's another one that like I listened to that one just nonstop in 2019. And also Live in Japan, Death's Dynamic Shroud.
Yes.
That album just has such like a rock opera feel to it from beginning to end. Like the way it ends on TTFN. Like
always makes
it just
me cry.
Yeah. I know. And like that album just has like such amazing like high points and like low points to it. Like it feels like you're going on like just a journey throughout it.
Agreed.
It's like butterflies. Yeah.
Yes.
But
Male Tears ask, what's the first record that made you want to make electronic music? And I think you mentioned this earlier.
I feel like I'll definitely have to go with Scary Monsters, Nice Sprites. Skrillex. Yeah. Yeah, just me being like however old I was when that came out and like hearing that for the first time. Like I listened to that album just so many times, like constantly.
I have a question. Do you think Skrillex is hot?
Yeah, definitely.
Would you bang? Sips water. Thirsty. I'm just kidding.
I don't know if I'll go that far, but sure, he's a cutie.
Yeah.
Oh,
favorite. And really ask favorite Skrillex song.
Damn. That's a hard question. What will I go? Oh man. I guess I don't know if I'd put this as like my number one, but just one I've been listening to a ton lately was the Face Your Fears remix. Or I don't know, it wasn't a remix. It was an original. But I forgot what video game you did it for. But I think it's one of his more recent songs, and it's kind of like future bassy, but that song has just like it's so like uplifting in all the right ways. I think I just remembered this song. I think I would have to go with Cinema.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one, yes. He followed up with that question. Also, Jack, you or Dog Blood?
I think I'd have to go with Dog Blood on that one. I love Jack U, and I saw Jack U live one time, and it was really awesome, but I think I just like the dark, like edgier stuff on Dog Blood a bit more. But yeah. Oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3. That's the game. Yeah, that Face Your Fears song makes me want to cry sometimes.
Oh,
but happy tears.
Precious. Oh. He also followed up with favorite show you've been to and artists you've seen.
Damn. Ooh, artists I've seen. I'm trying to think through like all the shows I went to. Make sure I'm not missing any. because I could just like say Porter, because I feel like, oh my god, every time I've seen him live, it's like I've just thought about it for like months afterwards. Like seeing Porter again at Second Sky was like incredible for me, because I saw one of Porter's first Worlds tours, like, or one of the first shows on his World tour, just because Minneapolis was like one of the first cities on that tour. And I just like really didn't know what I was getting into when I was going to that show. And damn, that was like crazy. Like that show just like blew me away, like so hard. Like I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. And then coming full circle, seeing him again like 6 years later, 5 years later in 2019 at Second Sky. I got to see it again, and it was just amazing to see it, but then like updated basically, because he added like a bunch of new songs, and like at that point it was like his first time playing it in like maybe a year or so. So yeah, that show was really nostalgic for me.
Dan Soko asked, is Popcultr gonna take his shirt off at the end, or ... question mark?
Well, I guess you'll just have to wait around and see. Only that's for me to know, and for everyone in chat to find out.
Wow, Dan Soko being Dan Soko.
Yeah. Enrail said Dog Blood aged way better. I'm gonna have to agree. Dog Blood did age way better than Jack U. Although Jack U, I feel like Jack U being such a massive commercial success, it was kind of weird. Like, he had the big Justin Bieber song that came out, and it like streamed so well that like it feels like for the next 4 years everyone just tried to like steal that like style of drop, and like just tons of EDM artists like kind of pivoted towards like pop music after that, because it's like a clear money maker. But I remember just being like so sick of hearing like pop songs that sounded like Jack U ripoffs. And I feel like that was like kind of a moment for me where I was like, ugh, I'm getting so sick of this EDM shit. Like, I don't care to hear these like future based ripoffs. But yeah, that's my little mini Jack U rant. I could talk for 2 hours about how I'm getting sick of mainstream electronic music, but I feel like that'd be really boring podcast material. But yeah.
You're fine. Torch asks, what's your favorite snack? That might be interesting content.
Damn, gummies.
Gummies? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I always go to the 7-Eleven near me and get the like peach circles. That's like one of my go-tos. Damn, what else? Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos or regular Cheetos?
Oh, no, hot Cheetos. And the hot Cheetos with lime as well, because those are fire.
Yes. We love the spice. Give us the spice.
Yeah, I love spicy food.
Same. I literally like I love just putting like hot sauce on like everything now.
Yeah.
Dan Soko asks, gummy worms or bears?
bears. I'm gonna go with bears.
That is food snacks. What gummies aren't food snacks? What?
Yeah.
That's just you can't consume gummies. They're not food apparently.
I don't. To be fair, I don't really like eat real food. I just eat like pasta and pizza all day. And actually, no, that's a lie. I've been a little healthier lately, but
You don't have to keep it PG. I put on my thing that it's like 18 plus, but I think everyone could
customers are
join.
allowed.
Sour? Question mark? Sour gummies?
Sour gummies? Yeah, sure. Those are yummy.
Sweet gummies?
Yeah, why not? I mean, if a gummy wasn't sweet, who the heck would eat that? Like, what the fuck?
Pasta and pizza equals real food. And he
True.
follows with balls. Interesting.
Balls. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree, N-Rail, balls. What other questions? I feel like I missed a couple. Peach rings are crack. I agree. I love peach rings.
Spicy gummy? Oh my god, so I tried the ghost pepper donut from
What?
Dunkin' Donuts. It's pretty good. It has a kick.
Really?
I thought it was not going to be spicy. I was kind of expecting this is just gonna, kind of taste weird or something. And it tastes like a donut with strawberry icing. And then it has that kick of spice.
Damn.
Yeah. It's actually pretty good. My friends didn't like it, but you should try it.
This is a little random, but I got reminded of it because we're talking about spicy stuff. Did you know wasabi is just horseradish with like food coloring?
Seriously?
Yeah. I got some wasabi. I got some like wasabi from like the grocery store. I mean, unless it was like some weird like rip off or something, but it tasted like exactly like wasabi, like looked like wasabi. But I like looked on the ingredients and it was just like horseradish and food dye and like
what
like,
the heck?
a few other like random things. And I was like, what? And I was like, but it also makes sense because that kind of like explains why it's spicy like in your nose and like in your sinuses and stuff. Because it's like a different kind of spicy than like, I don't know, peppers.
Yeah. I don't like wasabi. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
No. I'm always like testing my limits on how much wasabi I can put on my sushi.
I love that actually. I want to do that too.
Yeah. I just like enjoy
pain.
The like adding the little pain into my sushi intake.
Yeah, pain and suffering always is a great condiment to your food, right?
Yeah.
I think Nrail has an actual question.
Actual question?
Yeah, here's a question. Do you think you found your sound already, or are you gonna keep evolving? It's a good question.
That's a great question, actually, because like I would say like yes and yes. Like yes, I'm gonna keep evolving, and yes, I've found my sound. Which is like kind of weird like way to answer, but like yeah, I feel like I kind of found my sound a bit on like Superwave. Initially, like that was the first time where I like wrote something and was like, oh, this sounds like me, sort of. Like this sounds like something like unique to me. And then like I wrote like the songs on Superwave, and then it just kind of like came to a point where I started getting sick of like kind of writing in the way that I was writing on Superwave. And then I started writing a lot of the music on that'll be coming up on my upcoming project.
Hell yeah.
And I feel like, yeah, a lot of the music on there is like in a lot of ways like similar, like definitely kept like vocal chop drops, and like I feel like some things like that will like always be staples of my music, but I've added so much like to my sound like since then, like so many like I use like much different like synths on it, and like a lot more like interesting stuff, I guess. Like I have a lot of yeah, there's a lot of new stuff on my new project, I guess.
Awesome.
A lot of the same and a lot of new stuff. Oh, actually, I see a question I want to answer.
Go right ahead.
Torch says, Popcultr, do you think we need genres for music? I feel like kind of, actually, you asked the question on my stream one time about like what genre, and I said something like, oh, I don't like
that question.
the genre questions sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, sometimes I just want to say like, I don't know, just listen to it. Because it's like, if I say like synth pop, like, what do you, like, are you thinking of like Yellow Magic Orchestra, or like, I don't know, like Male Tears? Because I feel like that sonically, like, even if my music sounds like synth pop, like, I think like, I feel like the word synth pop alone almost like I feel like you don't get a great idea of what my music sounds like just from like rattling off like several genre names and stuff. But I don't know, I guess there's a need for genre names though, because like there has to be some way of like differentiating.
Yeah, like
sounds. Like can't have it both ways, but
yeah, it definitely helps to organize your playlist. Like,
yeah.
Do you think genres need pop culture?
Yes.
It's a good answer. Just yes. I just want to ask, do you have like any stories you want to share? Because I really liked when Groovy Kaiju went off, and I would love to hear you just like
Damn, stories?
like maybe like a virtual memory story?
Oh shoot.
Like funny or weird or freaky.
Freaky?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Why am I blanking on this? There's a story I always tell. When I was at the tape swap, near the end of it, I was like getting really hungry, and I heard just like a bunch of random people being like, "Oh, we're gonna get sushi," and I just like followed them.
Random people?
It was like a bunch of people I'd never met.
Oh my god.
I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go with, but it turned out to be like everyone who's in Rosewood now, basically.
Oh my god, really?
That was like basically how I met all of them, and it was like Ronnie, Agnos, damn, who else? Porter Vong.
Probably DS dude. Probably, I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't remember if he was there. August was there.
Probably
Yeah,
Kev.
that's really cool. Yeah, Keb was there for sure. And that was how I met a bunch of them.
It's so cool. Yeah. Were you did it take them a long time to figure out that you're just some random guy from the Tape Swap? Or did they know who you were actually? And you just didn't know who they were?
No, it was just I guess I just kept striking up conversations with people. So it's just meeting people as I went by. But it was I didn't know anyone.
I mean, the way that you explained it, it sounds like you were just walking next to them and just just walked with them to the sushi place. But you actually talked to them. Wow.
Wait, I guess I'm wrong. I guess horseradish is just a substitute for wasabi. Damn, I'm just spitting out lies here.
Well, I mean, it's the truth, except it's not.
Except it's not.
All the time. All the time, you know? Sometimes they do. Which is not okay. Yeah. How do you deal with all the attention, the fame, and the fortune that fame and fortune brings? Says Dan Soko.
How do I deal with all the
and fortune?
All the attention? I don't really know. I deal with it by with making more music and ignoring social media, because that's what I've been doing lately, just making music and avoiding social media as of late.
I just realized as a listener that it doesn't necessarily mean you'll get fortune if you make incredible music and you're popular, because not to throw my new friend under the bus, but the guy from Death's Dynamic Shroud, he is not full of fortune, but he's very well known in the vaporwave community. And I expected, maybe he would, be sort of well off by now. He's made so many albums. Which is super interesting. It's yo, I think everyone... I think there's a lot of people who deserve, more than they're given. Definitely met a lot.
I think it'll be really cool to see where vaporwave goes in the next couple of years or so, because it was just starting to get going and stuff, and then everything got shut down for COVID and stuff. But it would be so sick to see what vaporwave is when when people when people figure out how to promote and throw DIY shows, and artists can tour and really promote themselves and stuff. One thing that seems really cool about 100% Electronica, the label, just in general, seems they really know how to I don't know, just the music industry fundamentals, how to get themselves written about in magazines and do press and stuff. And it's cool for a DIY scene to know about that. And then, because then there's less gatekeepers and stuff, because
Yeah, stay off Reddit, kids. That's where you find the gatekeepers, and I guess kind of Twitter, but I haven't experienced it at all.
Yeah,
I'm
I
an
guess I'm
avid
talking
Twitter.
about. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess like as far as like what I'm talking about would be like, I don't know, like record labels and stuff. Like,
oh yeah.
like a lot of like record labels like aren't even going to listen to your music if you're not doing like like I'm talking about even like certain DIY record labels like aren't even going to like give your music a chance if you're like streaming under a certain amount of followers, which like means like, I don't know, you can't get opportunities unless you're like doing like these numbers, which just makes the music industry gatekeepy. But like
yeah,
if people learn how to like build the same infrastructure that a label would provide but like in a DIY way, then I feel like that would be really helpful for like up and coming artists.
I believe that's like George Clanton's plan with 100p is to like make vaporwave huge eventually. And I hope he succeeds, because I mean there's so many artists that I think are better than like whatever's popping today. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Yeah.
Like I would say the same with like Montaigne. Like I feel like they're like Discoholic and Fiber are so like on top of their shit and like so good at what they do.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to see them get like big and like play bigger shows.
Yeah. Of course. I think they deserve it. Like they put so much work. It's insane, especially Discoholic, I feel. I mean, I know that Fiber is like the owner of Montaigne, but like Discoholic in his performances, I'm just like wowed. But Fiber is amazing as well. He also makes music that's sick, and he puts a lot of work. Yeah, I basically agree with you, definitely. Yeah.
And Rail's asking if you will host him if he goes live after the stream.
Oh, definitely. Oh, you
already responded. Never mind.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Well, I'm gonna start from the top to bottom. Enrail also asked, have you ever met anyone well known in the EDM? Any well known EDM artists? Were they cool?
Damn. Yeah, I definitely have. Dubloads. I've met him. He's like a really cool dude. And I've hung out with him a couple times.
Dublo?
Dubloads.
Oh wow.
He's like a dubstep guy. He makes like pretty crazy stuff. I've like had a million like little acquaintances and stuff with like a lot of different artists, because one time I ended up like, I've had like my fair share of moments in LA where I've like just randomly ended up backstage at a show. There's like a bunch of artists. Like one of them was like, I ended up backstage with like Matt Zoe and M Machine and like a ton of artists. But I was like, I met M Machine there and he was really cool, but like I was so nervous. Like I was like almost like shaking, because like damn, they had such an influence on me, like and stuff. And yeah, that show was crazy because A-Track was there. That was really trippy. Like he was like hanging out in like the same backstage area, just like talking to people. and I didn't really talk with him because I was nervous.
I totally understand that. The good thing about going to Econ 1 and not knowing anyone was that I was not nervous meeting everyone.
Yeah.
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 Because we have only a few minutes, I want to get to Aaron's question. Does pop culture have any paranormal stories or experiences?
Damn spooky stories?
Yeah. Yesterday was Halloween.
Yeah, yes. Yesterday was Halloween. I did nothing paranormal for Halloween last night. I didn't dress up or anything. I just watched Sailor Moon. And
can't get mad at that.
Yeah. I don't know if I have any spooky stories.
Have you ever seen a ghost? I've never seen a ghost.
No. I'd say the closest thing to like a spooky story was like I like a long time ago, like I think like 2014, I went on like a trip to California through like World Organization for Organic Foods, which is like this like organization where you like work on people's farms, and in return like you get to just stay on their farm. And I stayed on this guy's farm for like a whole month, like, and it was like, oh yeah, it was in the most like random, like it was way out in the desert. It was like 50 miles from like any city, and that place was very spooky, I'm not gonna lie. Like I would hear like rattlesnakes at night all the time.
Oh my god, terrifying.
And like, yeah, it was like, there's something that's like just really like trippy about being out in the desert, like that deep into the desert with like literally nothing around except for like border patrol agents that would like, I don't know, sometimes like come up and ID you and stuff. It was just like a very creepy spot.
Yeah, I would be terrified.
Yeah.
Yo, Molo, guess what?
Saw that.
Cool.
What is it?
I have no idea. I'm very scared because of their name. So we have a few minutes left. I don't know, I'm waiting. We have a few minutes left. Why don't you plug in all your stuff? Like, let's go. Like, what upcoming stuff? I'm also gonna do that.
Follow my freaking Twitch stream, twitch.tv / Popcultr online or something like that. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. That's the social media I am most active on, even though I'm not really on Twitter all that much. I would say follow me on Twitter. Go on my Spotify and run up those streams for me. Just kidding. And my album Superwave is on Business Casual. Yeah.
This is casual. Where is your URL show gonna be?
URL show?
Yeah. With who? Oh, are you allowed to say?
No, I have no clue. I'm just like planning it, and I'm just gonna like record it and make this set and then hit up whoever wants to book me.
Rosewood.
Yeah, Rosewood New Year's Eve.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh no,
Oh,
the messages got deleted by the moderator.
That was because of the last one. I think the joke was hilarious. I would have been like, all right, they weren't that. Oh.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ. Trolls.
Trolls. Is this your first troll?
This is like, well, I've had like people try to like, I don't know, like spam, but this is the first person I feel. I don't know. Yeah, time him out. Thank God. Thank you. I'm gonna talk about my next podcast, which is gonna be with Sleepy Orange. We're taking a break from musicians and switching to visual artists. Although he does have a Spotify. I mean, not Spotify, SoundCloud. He probably has. I have no idea. But Sleepy Orange is an awesome visual designer, and he's amazing at what he does, which is with visuals, and he's been in a lot of recent URL shows, and he is just so amazing, and he's really nice too. Really nice person. Cool. Awesome person.
I am excited to see that.
Yeah.
For all the other future podcasts.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. You're the best.
Thank you so much for having me on. Thanks.
Yeah. This is the best. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. I hope that's like... Let's have sushi together sometime. Japanese. Well, we have like 2 minutes. I don't know how we're gonna like fill this time.
Oh no.
2 minutes. We stare into chat. Yeah. Well, we could just end it though.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me on. I had a blast. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah.
I'm gonna just show the Rosewood clip again.